All right. Hey guys. So, quick tip video on how to use and leverage Google Translate as a way of adding an extra layer, an extra level of quality to your, well, in my case, my Excel vocab folder file. So just so you guys can see, this is a template I've basically just drafted from a video I watched of Nathaniel Daniels, I believe his name is, and so I've just populated some the table here with some various vocab categorized in top nouns, core conversational vocab, and then start to fill in some context. But not really the goal. The goal isn't to kind of put as many vocab words as you can. It's really based on the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule, which really is just to briefly summarize it. It's basically saying that 80% of the results come from 20% of the things you do. In language, you never, if you think about how often you use certain words, there's going to be a portion, that 20% portion of words that you'll use 80% of the time. So the goal is to, I did a Google search of most common nouns, verbs. You'll see on my other, I'm still working on this now, but that's what I'm going for. I'm not going to try and list every single verb. I'm picking out, I'm selectively ignoring the ones that aren't particularly used very often, because ultimately my goal with language is I just want to have a good level, conversational level, which just means knowing the words and verbs that people speak on a regular basis. Anyway, to be specific about this video, so you can see here, this has been hyperlinked, so if I actually click on this, it will take me immediately to my folder.
Ωραία, χωριστές διακρίσεις, ψάχνει τα ξαναγυρίσεις, απαιτούμενα δεν χρειάζομαι να έχω τα πάντα για μου.
Google Translate, if you're as old as I am, you probably remember that when it was in its kind of predecessor form, the playback was really robotic. So I doing this a few years ago, I didn't even think it'd be worth it because it just sounds so artificial. But now, as the software's improved, I think it sounds pretty good, in all honesty. So anyway, here's how you go about doing it. So I've got my text in here, and then what I'm going to go ahead and do is right-click, and then you're going to navigate down to Inspect, and this will open up a tab on the right-hand side of your browser here. Once you've got that, you're going to go ahead and click on the Listen icon.
Ωραία, χωριστές διακρίσεις, ψάχνει τα ξαναγυρίσεις, απαιτούμενα δεν χρειάζομαι να έχω τα πάντα για μου.
So what I should have said is that you need to be on network. So you go onto the network section of this tab, and
Ωραία, χωριστές διακρίσεις, ψάχνει τα ξαναγυρίσεις, απαιτούμενα δεν χρειάζομαι να έχω τα πάντα για μου.
Right click this, oops, sorry. Let's go back and do that. If you right click this, open a new tab.
Ωραία, χωριστές.
You'll see that you have an audio file, which you can then click on the three dotted line and hit download. Once you've done that and you've downloaded your file, you can then, I'll just give you an example here, click on whatever text it is, and then you can go to link it, so you're going to hyperlink it, and then you'll just select the audio file from wherever you've saved it to. And there you go, guys. So that's my little quick video today, but I think it's really useful because now when you come to your vocab list and you come to your kind of study sessions, you can check the pronunciation, rather than just reading and memorizing, you can really practice practice speaking the sentences, the verbs, the context examples, which I highly recommend, because we don't learn, we don't use really our brains, and are not going to learn most effectively if we're using just these very segmented, kind of extrapolated, just individual nouns and verbs. We need to really, to consolidate the learning, in my opinion, we really need to see how these are used in context, and colloquial context to be specific, which isn't something you often tend to get in the kind of standard education setting. And a lot of the apps as well, I must say, they give you quite kind of artificial sentences that you probably would never use. So I've been specific about these ones that I use. I actually find a particular site that's really useful for this is the Cooljugator, because it gives you some really good colloquial context examples here, which I've used just to copy and paste into my Excel spreadsheet. So I hope that was useful, guys. Feel free to just drop some comments in the comment section below if you have any questions or anything. And good morning, good night, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. And see you next time.